What does the future of golf discovery look like as we get into an agentic world where I don't know about you all, but I think we're all a little bit AI pilled and using ChatGPT and Claude and every new tool under the sun as our daily companion. At what point does this start to show up in consumer behavior in golf and maybe be the new channel in which golfers are booking tee times?
Yeah, I think we're starting to see it now. And thanks for I guess let me jump up on my soapbox here for a second. Um, what's happening in the world, and this slide is a really good representation of it, is the way that people use the internet to look for information is really drastically changing. And so when the LLMs first came out, and LLM stands for large language model, that's the type of AI that ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or Copilot are. And that's only one type of AI. There's lots of other types of AIs that can do different things. But these large language models, when we first got them, everybody thought it was so amazing that they could create text that appeared to be written by a human. And then we very quickly moved beyond that and realized that these LLMs have knowledge of basically every website on the internet. And so that started leading people to use these LLMs in place of a traditional web browser search engine combination, which is the way the whole internet works. When any one of us arrive on the internet and we want to look for something, we open up a browser, which is the piece of technology that allows us to look at what websites exist in the world. And then we go to a search engine, which is a website that's built for us to find information. And so that's the top workflow that we have there. And so in the context of tee times, in the context of finding what golf course we want to play, a user goes to their computer, opens up a web browser, goes to a website and searches for either a bunch of golf courses, right? So maybe they go to Google and they say, "What's the best golf course in Las Vegas?" I want to do some research. Or maybe they go to somewhere like a directory site and they say, "I'm looking for a tee time," and it'll give them a bunch of different options. And then they book. That's the world we've been living in since Google came around in around 2000. And that whole world that has built the whole economy of the internet is changing because no longer do users need to go to a browser to learn what information is on the internet. They can use an LLM interface for that. So instead of going to Google, they can go to ChatGPT or Claude, Gemini, Copilot, etc. And now what we're learning is those companies are building agents that allow for that technology to interact with your website, meaning the human never goes to your website. They just say, "Hey, agent, what are the best courses in Las Vegas?" And right now, some agents will give them a list of courses and links to websites. Other agents will give them links to actual book a tea time. And in the very near future, it's just going to show a bunch of links to book a tea time, and we're going to be able to book in one click. And that's what's happening. So we're moving in a world where your website, your booking engine is not made for a person. It's made for an agent to book on behalf of a person. And the whole internet is moving that direction.
Yeah, actually, I'll show you a quick stat that I pulled here, which is I agree with you, Ross. We are seeing this show up in ancillary hospitality industries. We just saw this stat that 80% of travelers are either already or open to using AI for planning trips. I'll show you in a minute. Google is putting this natively. You could use it all right now into Google Flights, where it's a prompt-based discovery process for finding flights, for finding hotels, for finding things to do. If consumers are using these tools at 80% for planning a trip, why would they not use the exact same prompts for finding tee times?